Well, good afternoon, everyone. We are at Edwards-Maurer football field in Springfield, Ohio, on the campus of the Wittenberg Tigers for this game today that we're doing between the Ohio State club football team and the Tigers JV team. This is in a series. We were at Denison last week. We're here in Springfield for this week on another beautiful campus. A lot of history in all the sports here at Wittenberg, and we certainly appreciate Jonathan and all his staff and the people that are involved here at Wittenberg for getting us into the press box and allowing us to do this broadcast. Joe Davis, the voice of the Ohio State Buckeyes club football team. Everybody likes you in your mind. So, Joe,
in my mind,
what are we looking forward to today from these Buckeyes?
We're looking for a very, very good football team. They know coming in, Denison, we played there last week. They know that Wittenberg has a good team this year. He goes, they've already heard, hey, these guys are good. So they're coming in with a deep respect for Wittenberg. So they're expecting a big football game. They're not expecting to come in and walk over like many of their games this year. They're coming in expecting a hard-fought football game. So I'm looking for one. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, we thought we had one last week, the way it started with Denison.
Right.
And
great quarterback for Denison.
Oh, yeah. And Ohio State said they even knew that they're known for doing that double pass thing that they did last week where they look like they're running, pass it back to the quarterback and throw right off the bat, which they did. But even though they sort of knew about it, it still worked, and they got down the field.
Right. So we're having a broadcast error. Probably it's the Ethernet that we're not getting access to, and that happens sometimes. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get us off the broadcast. We're going to shut down for a minute or two. We still have 15 minutes before the game, so don't panic. You'll have to go to our YouTube channel to view the game because I'll set up a new live stream on YouTube, and we'll get this done through our we've got ultra-wide Wi-Fi on our devices, and so we'll use ultra-wide Wi-Fi. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the game. It's already started. We're having a little trouble with our Ethernet today. Ohio State's already been 3 and out. Going back, throwing Garva, thrown down, no good. Quarterback, Luca Garver for number 1 for Wittenberg. Ohio State went more than 3. They got a penalty on the first, went back 15. They came up. It was then 3rd and 2, and they tried running for it and didn't get it. It's now 4th down, and Wittenberg is going for it. They did not get it. They got back to not even quite to the line of scrimmage, so Ohio State stopped them. And it's now Ohio State ball on the 30-yard line. That's about where they were before, and before the punt. So Ohio State punted. The other team got it, came back down, got it to the 30. Ohio State stops them on 4th down. Ohio State gets the ball back for the second time. Okay, in the backfield is Jack Lang is running back, along with the quarterback, number 5. And Lang gets it and loses some yardage on that. And Spencer Moore and Zach Hayes is out to the right. Hayes already caught one pass early in the game, but they did, and may have even got a first down with that initial catch, but they end up having to punt. All right, so we still have Lang in the background with Spencer Moore. One in motion. Looking back to pass. Throwing deep down the middle. He's got his man. He caught the ball and brought down. Great catch by David Cooper, straight down the middle, looking over his shoulder, caught the ball. Man was on him step by step, so he caught him, but he went about 10 yards after he caught the pass. Great play.
So at this point, Joe, just so everybody knows, we've had to record this game, and we will upload it and play it back later. We are unable to get access to the internet, and it's hard to set up a stream remotely as we are from this location. It's a long story short, but anyway, we're capturing all this information, and it'll be uploaded to the Campus Nation website for this game.
But they're not hearing that live now.
No, they aren't.
Okay.
They'll be hearing it after we upload it.
By the time they hear it, they'll
We're going to have like
1,000
people watching that very few first seconds that we were on.
And waiting for us to come back that we're not coming back on. All right, Lang still in the backfield. We got 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top, 1 in motion. Coming back. And flips out to him, but overthrown. And that was to Sam Garber. Garber was in motion, got behind the quarterback, hit the brakes, turned around. Moore was being rushed, so he threw it over their hands, but over Garber's hands also.
Well, fortunately, all our devices have ultra-wide Verizon Wi-Fi, and it's been working fairly well for us. So hopefully we'll capture all the switching and all that.
All right. Back, throwing to the right, wide open. Oh, just as he caught the ball, he was was wide open, and instead of throwing it straight to him, it was still one of those lob passes leading him, and let the defense catch up, and just as the ball hit his hand, the defense hit him, and ball went flying. So it is now 4th and 6. But they are on the 24-yard line, so Ohio State is going to go for it. Yeah, that time needed just a hard straight throw to him, and he was wide open. Going back, looking, going to run this one. Oh, he's throwing, so he threw it just to get rid of the ball. He thought about maybe I'll run, and then they grabbed him. He wasn't going anywhere. He was going to lose yards, so they threw it.
Good defense by the Tigers.
But that was 4th down. But Ohio State did move the ball to the other side of the field. So all that worked as well as a good long punt to get it down there. But unfortunately, did not come up with points.
Well, they did this last week against Denison. It appeared that Denison was going to just run away with the game, and the Buckeyes stabilized.
Right.
And they made their way back.
The coaching staff seems very good on watching what's going on and then reacting to it and changing the defense later and the offense later.
All right, so the Tigers, this is their second set of downs, isn't it?
Second set of downs. Luke Garva is their quarterback, number 1. There's 1 in the backfield from this angle. I can't see his number yet. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. That's number 4 going around the right side, and he only got about a yard. And that is Marcus Randolph. Marcus Randolph, running back, coming out of the backfield.
One of the things that the Tigers will find is that the Ohio State defense is very stiff.
Oh, very stiff.
And so.
All right. We got Randolph in the backfield. Throws out here to the right, but the ball hit the ground. Good defense. Defense was right on that. And tell you what, if he threw the ball up high,
the Buckeyes
would have intercepted that pass. So he was wise to throw it down low. He probably intentionally tried to, just threw it into the ground because once he saw the defense out there, he knew it wasn't going through. All right. We have 2 out here to the left. Quarterback goes down, looks this way, trying to get away. Ball's knocked out of his hands. Looks like he reached down, picks it up, but is tackled, so it's a big loss.
But good recovery.
4th down, and they just now hit the marker. It's going to be 4th and long. It's going to be about 15 yards, so I'm sure they're going to go back and punt the ball. Ohio State defense did great job. They've stopped them the first time. They have stopped them this time. So the defense is coming up strong for Ohio State. We have 1 back for Ohio State to get the punt. Nobody in between. Can't tell who that is yet until he turns. Punt, low punt. Hits the ground, bounces straight up in the air, and then starts bouncing back toward Ohio State. And is that Lang? Yeah, that was Lang. Laing.
So the Buckeyes are going to be taking over basically about the 50-yard line, maybe a little bit into Wittenberg territory.
1 yard. But that ball hit on the 50, bounced straight up in the air. Then when it came down, it literally took a bounce backwards, and so Wittenberg immediately downed it, and it was downed at the Wittenberg 49-yard line. So here comes Ohio State out. For the second time. Again, we've got Jack Lang in the backfield. with Spencer Moore. We got 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Hand off to Lane, going up the middle, breaks to the right side, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Good defense.
Actually, a little short. He's going to get back to the 50. Ball was on the 49, so we lost
a loss
about
of a 1, yeah. Tigers, good defense.
So far, this has been a good defensive contest at this point.
And, of course, you're listening to the voice of the Ohio State Buckeyes club football team. Joe Davis, I'm Rick Phillips. Sorry that we've had the technical situation, but we do record and we will upload the game.
Ball going to the left. Quarterback looking, throws to the right, and was being rushed and did not get out to anybody. He just threw it out in the open. All right. We got Garber up to the top along with Christian Wright. They're going to be on the top left. We got Lang in the backfield. We've got...
Are on the right or the left, Joe?
Left, top, north. And to the bottom, to the right of the quarterback, is David Cooper and one other. We got Lang in motion. Quarterback going back, throwing short and breaks the top of Cooper, breaks another tackle, gets the first down, gets to the 35-yard line.
Nice play.
Nice play by David Cooper. And no flags, and they said, let's get the ball moving. Referees, let's go. So ball's on the 35. It's placed down. Ohio State running the play in.
6 minutes to go in this first quarter of play.
2 in the bottom. Hands off to Lane going around the left side. He breaks a corner. He's going to get at least 5 yards out of this, maybe 6. So he's on the 35, and they're going to place the ball about the 34, I think. So it's going to be a 6-yard gain right there. Nice run by Lane going over the left side.
Once again, we want to thank Jonathan and the staff here at Wittenberg University for providing us this access to be able to do this game, and we are.
Yeah, it's a nice place up here. It's really
very nice.
All right, back to Spencer Moore, looking. Throwing, going to his right, throwing short. Oh, threw it behind Garber, but there was a defense between him. There was a defensive player between him and Garber. If he threw it straight to Garber, the defender was in between, so he threw it behind him to give him a chance to catch, but make sure defense did not get to that ball. So we're at 3rd down and 4. Looks like timeout called by Grega and Ohio State. Had a nice talk earlier before we started with Jalen Haley. I say Jalen because on the paper it had his name spelled Jaley, and because his name's Haley, and they actually spelled it Jaylee Haley. And I said, "Are you Jaylee?" He looked at me and goes, "No, I'm Jalen." And so I showed him what was wrote.
Well, he said it was news to me.
Yeah, news. It was news, all right. We put it on the air as news. But he's injured today, so he's unable to play. And but we had a nice talk a while ago. Found out a little bit about the club team and stuff, a little from the insider. Found out the player last week for Denison.
Right, the one that got hurt.
Had a mild concussion.
Okay, well, that's good. We thought that
could have been worse, yes.
Yes, could have been much worse.
They held his neck from being moved and everything. But
they acted properly. They acted
yes.
quickly.
Very, very cautious, very quickly.
That's where you get good results. Can't
2
be
to the
too
left,
cautious.
2 to the right. 1 in the backfield with Spencer Moore. 3rd down and 4. Throws to number 23 coming out of the backfield and gets down to the 20. Got a first down, and that run was by J.R. Burton. Burton's a nice running back coming out of the backfield. He can run it, and good catching coming out of the backfield.
So Buckeyes on the move.
He did very well at Denison last week. Had a couple breakout runs. So, first down at the 20-yard line. Burton in the backfield, man in motion. Garber, hands off to Burton, going straight ahead and gets about 3 yards. So, it's going to be 2nd down and 7.
We don't see this often, but very interesting. On this field, the press box is actually up in a building to the back, so we have a sort of a longer shot distance of the field.
Right.
But still, it's
beautiful.
Yeah, like the way it's laid out. And we always like being inside on rainy, drizzly days like this, Joe, right?
Right. And Garber and not Garber, excuse me. Moore and Spencer got that ball got down to the 9. Spencer Moore was the quarterback, and I was trying to say in the Burton was back with him, but he faked it and threw to the left. Nice catch. And I believe that catch was by Christian Wright. So I got a first down. They are now on the maybe just inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it looks
so
like the 9.5-yard line.
Makes no difference. It's going to be goal to go.
That's right. Got to get a first down in the end zone.
So Ohio State has it. Again, Burton in the backfield, one to the right. Man in motion. Hands to Burton going around the left side. And he reaches out, touchdown, as he was trying to be pulled out at the 1, but he reached the ball out, hit the little orange thing at the end in the end zone, and got a touchdown.
So 6 for the Buckeyes. Let's see if the point after is going to be good.
Buckeyes are the first to score here in this game. And here comes David Rive coming in to do the kick.
You like saying that, don't you,
I
Joe?
do. I love saying that. Me llamo Jose Davis. And the ball's down, up, through, good. Ohio State now leads 7-0 by David Rive.
So we're still 3:24 remaining in the first quarter of play. Buckeyes striking first here at Wittenberg University, the JV team playing our club football team at Ohio State. And once again, this is the first time we've done a broadcast from here, so we're hitting all the I's and T's and all that kind of thing here. Just happy to be here. Like to do some more broadcasts from here.
Love to do games from here. This is great. This would be fantastic. It can be snowing, it can be rain, it can be whatever, and I'm happy.
All we got to do is figure out the Ethernet, and once we've got Ethernet and good connection, we'll be able to be live.
All right, Zach Hayes is going to be doing the kickoff instead of David Rive. I assume David Rive hit that last kick. I didn't really look. Nice high kick, getting down to about the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 41, 2, 3, somewhere in there. Let's see. He's going to mark him at the 43.
That was a nice return.
That was a nice return. He almost broke it right up through the middle and got a gap there and made most of it. No, I didn't really look at the number of the kicker. I don't know if Rive's not here or if he could have kicked that, but not the kickoff. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the coach said that the schedule was the same, identical to last week, so that would indicate that he would be here, unless it was a late-minute scratch before we got the media information. But usually Greg is very good at getting us all the information that we need.
All right, they got 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Hands off to the man coming out of the backfield, number 36, and he's going to get a nice gain for them. They're going to mark him all the way up to the first down. I thought he was about a yard shy of there before they brought him back, but that's where they're going to mark him.
So they're moving the chains, Joe.
Yep, got a first down, got just 10 yards on that run.
We're coming live from Springfield, Ohio.
Again, number 36 coming out of the backfield. Another nice run, breaking tackles. He's going to get at least 9. They're going to give him 11. I had him with 9-yard run. They got him with 11. Well, I can't count very well today.
I'm saying live recorded broadcast.
Live recorded broadcast. Well, I'm talking live right now. That's for
right.
Sure.
Yep, we're both vertical, fortunately. As old as we are, it's nice to be vertical.
Well, let's see. They've had 2 good runs. Are they going to do it again? Yeah, they're going to hand it off again. He's breaking to the outside. Oh, man.
Penalty flag.
Flag, and I think that's a hold coming in.
It's a hold, or it could be there's 3 flags on the field. It could be someone grabbed a face mask.
Face mask or something, but.
Well, Wittenberg, the Tigers are moving back.
Hold is coming out from the referee.
Oh, we actually have an announcer now.
Yeah, that's nice. So now if they do something, we know what the call is.
Not necessarily, Joe.
Well, we know what they're saying.
Well, that's
You like
true.
Wittenberg's flying W?
The Flying W?
Yeah, that's what they call it.
The Flying W. I like the tiger. Is that white
See
Bengal?
the little
Is that a
thing,
white Bengal tiger? Like
see the little thing coming out of it? Looks
I
like a
see
7.
it.
That's
Yeah.
called the flying tiger. It's
Okay.
the wing.
All right.
And a throw coming down the left side. He catches the ball, and before he goes out, so it's a great catch. I thought Ohio State broke when the ball was going to intercept it, but they just stopped, broke, but the receiver caught the ball.
Aren't the Flying Tigers like a partial delivery service?
I think that was John Wayne movie, Flying Tigers.
John.
Okay, going up the middle again.
Nice run.
Wow, nice run again by Tim Smith. I don't think I've said his name yet. I keep saying 36. Tim Smith, number 36. Nice run again for him.
Wittenberg JV, they're gobbling up territory.
He's averaging 10 yards a carry right now.
Well, I can see why.
And Ohio State calls their second time out of the half.
Probably saw something they didn't want to have to.
Well, seeing this guy run 10 yards at a clip every time they hand him the ball,
yeah.
He's like, okay, guys, we got to stop letting that happen.
So if you've never been to Springfield, or more importantly, you've never been to the Wittenberg campus.
Beautiful campus.
Beautiful campus. Great facilities. They had an indoor track and workout field that I think the Buckeyes warmed up on before the game started, indoors. And obviously this facility here is great.
Has the basketball court inside it, too. We walked by that.
That's right. A lot of it right here in the same facility. We've got, let's see if I can pan over and pick that up. We've got a...
nice track, beautiful track.
We've got, it's not the Joe Davis track,
no, it's
Joe,
not the
so
Joe
don't
Davis
think.
track.
We've got someone out there taking some video, look.
Okay,
Yeah.
we got Randolph. And throw hits him in the backfield, but he's brought down at a very short to no gain at all.
That's a tough place to get hit in the backfield, Joe.
No, yeah, it is. Yeah. It's better than the front field.
I guess. So anyway.
All right, Randolph, that's the first non-run. He got a yard out of that, and that's the worst he's had today. He catches it coming out of the backfield on the right side. There's a flag down again.
Holding for
by the
sure.
Back, and usually from the back judge, he's even initiating holding to the Ohio State bench. So
that'll move them back unless they decline it.
It's going to be third with, I think, basically no gain or
offense. Number 70, 10-yard penalty.
They're going to move them back 10. So it's going to be about third and 19.
Well, the way they're gobbling up yardage,
19.
they're so effective at getting this yardage, I probably want to move them back as well.
Yeah, second 19. Well, they were technically in field goal range. Now you've got them back probably too long for field goal for club football. And back to the 29-yard line. That would make a
might not be for JV football.
That'd be a close to a 50-some-yard field goal. High snap, coming out, throws, caught. But as soon as he catches it, he's coming down. It's going to be basically no gain. Got the ball back to the line of scrimmage. He got away from a tackler or two, but then swamped by Ohio State, brought down. And great tackling by the Ohio State defense there. I hope the camera got their numbers.
We're seeing this defense stiffen now.
Okay, quarterback back, looking, throwing to the right. Caught at the 20-yard line, but driven back to the 30 by Ohio State.
But close to a first down.
No, it's the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the original line of scrimmage, not the. So it's fourth down at the 20.
Fourth down at the 20.
Well, they're going to go for it, obviously.
Oh, yeah, it's 4th and 10.
And it's a little far to kick a field goal.
Because you're 37-yard field goal here.
Well, and it's a little bit more than that, actually, when the ball's placed, usually.
Well, it's 30, and then it's 7 yards back, which would make it 37. Ball's on the 20.
They got a timeout, Wittenberg.
And
so they're going to think this over, figure out how they're going to attack this Ohio State defense.
Right.
Oh, in the first half, we've got 16.1 seconds remaining in the first half.
First quarter.
Yeah, first quarter, that's true.
We get two quarters in the first half.
Well, it depends, Joe.
I don't worry, it depends.
If this was
you
soccer,
may, but
if this was soccer.
No, since we didn't really have a pregame today, got some stuff we can discuss and talk about at
halftime. Yeah, like where you're going to be housed as you get older.
Yeah, what we're going to eat after the game.
Well, yeah, everybody wants to hear that, Joe.
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, is that where we're going?
Oh, man, I'm driving the car.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're buying, and then I'd say, well, there's no problem, Joe. I won't even argue with you on that one.
You can have all the bread you want, Rick.
Thanks. We'll just pretend that I'm eating, right?
Right. Well, I mean, the bread will fill you up.
Well, it probably will.
All right, we got 2 going out the left. We got 2 way down here to the bottom. We got 1 in the backfield, and it's Newman, number 4 back in. Being rushed, thrown, and bad throw to the ground. Ohio State again.
Well, he was running for his life, Joe. You got to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if he literally threw it on the ground on purpose so it wouldn't get caught, or if
probably so,
or that he was running so fast he just couldn't get he was off the wrong foot and just couldn't get a good run trying to hit the man coming across. Either way, it did not get completed. Ohio State took over on downs.
So the Buckeyes, unblemished, unscored upon 7-point is still intact.
Still intact.
At least at this time. But
they've had a field goal, and the special teams has had a touchdown, but the defense for Ohio State has not had a touchdown scored on them this year. All right, we got 1 in the backfield with Moore coming out of the backfield, thrown up the middle, caught by Hayes, and he's brought down near the 40-yard line.
Great play.
They're going to give him right to the 40.
I noticed that the Ohio State offense has been doing more of those slants where they cross the field and then hit them coming across.
There's the quarter. Ohio State has the ball at their own 40, but they're going to be coming, instead of from left to right, will now be going from right to left.
You sure it's not the half?
It's not the half, Rick.
All right, second quarter. We've got it up there, Joe.
Good. Now, I was talking to Jalen, was asking about one thing about the coach, what he does for the players to be like being a winning program so much. In the last 3 years, I mean, they've just taken off. And what he does as a coach, and one of the things he said was he instills on these players that even though, they're playing at the band field, technically, Tower Field at Ohio State.
Well, that's not a bad place to play.
No, but I'm just saying. But he makes
Ohio State.
But he's telling them, yes, we are playing at Ohio State. We are playing at this stadium right here. We are not just a bunch of guys in a club, that's meeting and playing against some other guys in another club. We are playing football representing the Ohio State. And he builds it up so much that, these guys, it's not just backyard football, getting a team together, playing another team.
The Ohio State University is a state of mind, Joe.
Oh, and tell you what, he's got them psyched up for this. We got 1 in motion. Handing off, coming out of the backfield, but hit immediately.
Good defense by the Tigers.
They broke through, and
their defense is good.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm trying to see, was that 27? Looks like a different running back coming out of the backfield. Can you see his number, the running back there, Rick? Let me know if you see it. Because it doesn't look like the numbers we normally have back there. Giving it to Moore. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's being rushed and brought down at the 30.
That was number, who's it that made the play? 96?
96.
Great play by 96. Stellar.
Yeah, see if I can find Vondre Lewis.
That's going to be probably a third and 31? Oh, the ball's on the 31st.
Yeah,
19.
Got to get to the 50. About 20, 19 yards. Wow.
Great play.
1 in motion. Moore going back, looking, running to his left. Decides to keep it. Gets back to that line of scrimmage there. And brought down. It's going to be 4th. So it's going to be punting now for Ohio State.
4th and 19.
See if I can see the running back running off the field. Get his number that's been in the backfield. But didn't get it.
It's a double number.
Looked like 22 to me. And
there's no 22, but there's a 20 coming off field, but he was a receiver, I thought.
Yeah, he was down the field.
22 still on the field.
Okay. Well, he could have stayed out there, so
yes. Of course. So Buckeyes back to punt. Currently leading 7-0, but this has not been easy pickings for
No.
the
Nice
Buckeyes.
punt this time, getting down, hitting, and going out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. We're going to mark it to 33. It hit the ground. I couldn't tell exactly where it went out, but they're going to mark it at the 33-yard line.
So, Joe, has that been confirmed? We're going to Texas Roadhouse for after the game?
Well, unless I passed something else I wanted to stop at.
So if somebody wants to stop in and buy us lunch, dinner, whatever we call it.
Tell them ahead of time here.
You can meet the voice.
I'll sign autographs. Oh, well. He was telling also how we got the player number 12 on defense for Ohio State who's from California, how we got him on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And handoff. No, keeper by the quarterback.
He kept it, yeah.
Keeper by the quarterback, Garver, and he gained about 2 to 3 yards on that play. All right. Garver and Randolph. Garver taking off again. Ew. He looked like he started to slide, but he didn't.
No.
And the defensive back coming up just literally clobbered him. If he'd have slid,
he was protected.
He was protected, and probably the defense would have jumped over him, But he did not slide, so.
All right, so it's third
and a yard.
1. Ball's on the 42.
Let's see what happens here. I'm looking for a run, and here he comes. He did get enough for the first down. Not bad defense, but
it's kind of hard to stop this offense.
Oh, Randolph did a good. Marcus Randolph did a good job of getting through. He got all the way out to the 48-yard line. And near the 50, 2 yards to get to the 50. Going back to pass, looking, throwing deep down the sideline. And no flag. And defense was right on him step by step. Jumped as the ball got there and tried to reach for the ball. And ball fell incomplete. So now we're going to have 2nd and 10 from the 48. We got 8:42 left in the half, Rick. And
I was panning to the young lady down in the end zone capturing all this information.
All right. Caught and tackled immediately for a loss. Great defense, number 15 for Ohio State, Patrick Parrish. Mention him on offense sometimes, and he came in there and just clobbered him as he caught it and wrapped him and took him down out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd and 12. For Wittenberg.
I think it's been basically a battle of the defenses so far in this game.
It has been a defensive battle so far. Again, we got one in the backfield. And what do we have here? We got a penalty. Somebody moved on offense. Probably a wide receiver over there.
Little flinch there.
All start. Offense.
Well, they had one last night for Ohio State. And when you watch the running back in the backfield or somebody in the backfield, looked like he just took a deep breath. And that was enough of a movement. They threw a flag and called him for moving in the backfield.
Exhaling
or inhaling. I'm not sure which. So, anyway, we got one in the backfield. Ball come out, dribbling on the ground. Ohio State is getting to the quarterback. Very bad snap that time. Got the quarterback in trouble.
It rolled to the quarterback.
Right,
but
he picked it up, and by the time he started running, it was too late. They were already on him.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 4th long from their own 35, so they're going to punt. If they were near midfield, they might have decided to go for first down, but they had to get to the 43 of Ohio State, so they're going to punt the ball. Here's the punter. Up with the ball, coming down, hitting about the 30, going to bounce. It's going to be caught, but I don't know if he caught that ball and took a licking.
Well,
but he saved it from
I was going to say, probably 10 yards.
Yeah, at least 10 yards, and who knows how more it might have rolled if he hadn't caught that ball. And I'm just saying it was a brave thing to do because he knew when he caught that ball he was going to be engulfed. It was not catch it to run. It was catch it to stop it from going any further.
So now when I go back and redo this, I'm going to take the little snippet that we started with that obviously didn't make it other than to air for a few seconds, and I'm going to join it with this.
Okay.
So they'll just think that we set it up.
Join in wedlock?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
on the 19-yard line. Ohio State has one in the backfield, two to the top, one at the bottom, one in the slot. Fakes the handoff, turns to the right, throws short to the running back coming out of the backfield. And that was, I believe it was David Cooper, who came from the left side receiver, ran across, and then caught it coming out of the backfield. Gained about 3 yards on that play. Got out to the 22.
Just under 7 minutes remaining in this first half of play. Buckeyes ahead 7-0.
Second down, 7. And here's the snap. Handoff going up the middle. He's hit, rolls forward. He's going to get a yard.
I don't know if that was a purposeful delay.
I know there was a long.
Everybody was just waiting. It's like, Well,
that's why I said I stopped waiting for the snap, and there was no snap, and it was just like a long pause there. I don't know if he was looking at the defense to change a play or something or what was going on there.
So it's going to be 3rd and 6 ball on the 23.
Yeah. So we're putting 3 down here to the bottom. Hayes is going to the top all alone. We got 1 in the backfield. Garber in motion. Going back, looking. He's going to run, and he's brought down. You don't have time. When you go back and look, it's either
not with this defense. This
no,
defense is
right
really
now today,
good.
you got to go back and throw it. But if it's not there, throw it away because you don't have time. Every time he's went back like that and looked, and then
the minute he's checked off to look at his second man or whatever,
and then decide to run, he's getting engulfed. So
right
now Ohio State's standing at the goal line to punt this ball. This has been changing sides of the field. That's what this has been so far in this quarter and most of the first half. Snap, kicking, almost blocked, gets it up high. Comes down at the 30 and rolls backwards. I stopped that ball.
Yeah.
Ball got down to the 26, so that was a very, very short punt.
Going to be great field position for the Tigers.
I mean, they're almost in field goal range technically. I don't know how long their kicker can kick, but they got the ball. They're getting the ball on their own Ohio State's 26-yard line. So
is that like how much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And just
1st and 10 from the 26-yard line.
All right. And running back coming out is Tim Smith. Hands it going around the left side.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's almost brought down and then finally is. The running back, the defensive back that came back to stop him, had him by the ankle, but just couldn't bring him down. Just as he breaks free from that, 3 other Buckeyes come through and
battle of the defenses again, Joe.
Again, now it's 2nd and at least 15. Got to get down to about the 11-yard line. Throwing deep down the right sideline, but nobody's there but Ohio State, and nobody caught it. Man, there was an Ohio State guy closing quickly. That was Sam Garber coming over. Man, he's doing it all on offense and defense. He's in motion a lot, so that kid's running a lot. He's always in motion, it seems like, during the game and on offense, and now on defense he's back playing safety, I think.
Again, 3rd and 16 from the 32-yard line.
Right, high snap, looking, throwing to the right side again. Oh, and I thought almost intercepted again. Again by Glorian Gough, Gough, and he's a freshman out of Santa Ana, California. He came to Ohio State University wanting to be a walk-on. They didn't have a walk-on spot, so they told him, why don't you try the club football team and keep playing, and maybe then you can come back to the big squad. And they're back, turning king left, throwing to the outside. I think he was out of bounds by the time he caught it. Yes, he was. Ball was coming, but he reached out, and by the time he could get his hands on the ball, his feet were a foot out of bounds.
So that's going to be a turnover on downs.
So Ohio State has got the ball several times on just 4th down and stopping them, as they have also stopped Ohio State on 4th down. But Ohio State has punted more than they have. So here comes Ohio State. Looks like an empty backfield set this time. 3 to the bottom, 2 to the right, 1 in the slot or tight end. Getting it in, quarterback just running right up the middle. Spencer's a big boy. He was sliding, and they hit him, but I don't see a flag on the field.
No.
I mean,
No.
He did go down feet first, and but he got about 3 yards on that play. Went from the 32 out to the 35.
Scoreboard has it 2nd and 7, Joe, so you're right, 3 yards.
The voice knows.
The voice knows. The voice knows what it knows.
I know all. It's
got
like the shadow.
It's
shadow
got a big nose.
That's before my time, though. All right, we got 1 in the backfield, 1 in motion. Going back, looking, throwing to the right, throwing short, caught. Gets around one man, tried to reach out for the first down, but he's only at the 40. Got to get to the 42. But it makes it a more makeable 3rd down play here.
3rd and
3rd and 2 makes it a lot better
No, now they've got 3rd and 2. Okay.
than 3rd and 7. So we gained about 5 yards on that play, 3rd and 2.
So this would be an essential first down for the Buckeyes to keep this thing going.
Don Hannon coming down here to the bottom. We got 2 down here, 1 at the top, 1 in the backfield. We got 1 in motion. Cooper, hands off, coming around the left side. Oh, the flags are coming down. It's going to be It's going to come back. Nice run by Burton. Burton got some nice runs, but we're going to have a hold against Ohio State. Dang, go on it, because Burton had a nice run there, but we had at least 2 flags come out on that play, showing the holding. Dang, because we had the first down on that play.
Should we put the call out for pizza, Joe? Anybody that's got a pizza
Anybody in the
shop
area
or whatever, they want to bring us some pizza up to the press box and some soda, and we'll put you on the air. How's that?
We'll even take donuts if you got a donut.
Donuts.
All right. 3rd and 12, man in motion. Spencer back, looking, coming around the left side, gets away from one guy, throws short, but it gets about a yard after the catch. Makes it, gets back some of that yardage, but it gets back to the 35.
So the
had to
Buckeyes
get to
will
the
be punting.
42. We're back to that line of scrimmage before the previous play, or the previous 2 plays, and it's going to be 4th and 7, where we gained the 5 yards and then the penalty.
So who's punting, Joe? Did you see his number 5? Is it 5?
Is it 5? No, 5 is Spencer Moore. I don't think that's Moore, but let's see. Looks like a 1-digit number.
It is.
Nice kick. Maybe it's 10 or 18.
Uh-oh.
Runner coming around the left side. Oh, brought up. He broke the 50. Was that 4? No, I see 14, 8.
8? 3?
Might have been 8 or 3.
8 or 3.
Sam Garber would have been 8. If he's punting, he's done everything. He's in motion in offense. He's playing safety on defense.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority. This is a recorded broadcast that we did.
Could have been David Cooper, 16. He has punted before.
All right.
Oh, break
nice
coming up the
run.
middle. Randolph has a nice run, gets to the 28-yard line at least. Maybe 28-yard line for Ohio State.
Tigers going very
3.
fast. Up
they're
tempo,
already
139 left in the half.
Handoff up the middle. Randolph again, but we got a flag at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what that is, if it's against the offense or defense.
I would imagine it's holding.
Ineligible receiver.
Okay, so they got the things together so quickly, they ended up a man slipped down.
Illegal substitution, excuse me.
Oh.
This is illegal downfield. This is substitution.
I'm sure that the audience cannot see that, Joe.
I'm sorry. I'm talking to myself.
You act like
I love to hear my
contemplating
voice too.
eating those donuts. Well, that is an absolutely correct.
1st and 5, or right at it.
Oh, motion.
Did he mark it the wrong way?
Please reset the game clock.
Oh, okay. So
31.
So they stopped it. Yeah, they stopped it.
It was a Ohio State illegal substitution, not Wittenberg. That's why. I thought he pointed to Wittenberg, so Ohio State. So it's 1st and 5. Man, I can back up. Quarterback being rushed, gets out to the right side, throwing. Throws to the man is the out of bounds. He got it. He got it.
Yeah.
Got it down to close to the 14-yard line. That's going to be a first down. And the quarterback was literally running for his life and found a man as he was doing
Once
that.
Once again, up-tempo. They've got to beat this clock.
Minute 16.
Please reset the game clock to 1:19.
119.
So these refs are right, Johnny, on the spot. Want to make sure the time is correct.
Okay, we got Randolph in the backfield. Handoff to Randolph going up the middle. He's got up to about the 10-yard line and stopped, so it's going to be right at the 10. So got about 4 yards on that run.
Joe, I smell chicken. Do you smell chicken?
Good. Hey, we got a lot of people around here. They could be
barbecuing somewhere.
Yeah. Handoff going up the middle. Randolph broke free. No, he got to the 1-yard line. Ohio State defense may get their first touchdown score against them for the year.
50.8 seconds, and the clock is running.
Handoff going up the middle. Did he fall in? Yes, touchdown.
All right.
Ohio State defense has the first defensive score against them this year.
Players down.
For a touchdown.
Touchdown's good. Timeout on the field.
And man down for Wittenberg. And that may be the running back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Anyway, 7-6. We'll be awaiting the point after, but and he's up. He's off.
Yeah. And it was number 4.
Getting a bunch of pats as he comes out.
So they're going to be going for the extra point. Ohio State's going to try to block this to keep the lead. Okay, number 13, I believe, is going back to do their kicking. I don't show him on here. Oh, 43. 43, Thomas Moaning. And it's up and good. Nice kick for the extra point. Or Monning. I said with an O, but it's 2 ends. So it should be Monig up for that score. So we have a tied game with 43 seconds till halftime. It's going to be interesting here what kind of kick they're going to do. Will they kick it deep? Will they do a squid kick so there's no big run back?
Well, I think they'll keep it on the ground, that's for sure. You don't want to after scoring this touchdown, you don't want to turn around and give them any opportunity to come back.
But then if you do a squib, sometimes the guy can pick it up and still get it near midfield, and with 43 seconds or about that time 40 seconds, it's possible that Ohio State could get a score in here.
We're live from Springfield, Ohio, live recorded, of course.
And the kick is up high and deep, Rick, just like you said. Went to the 9, back out to the 20, and he's being tackled about the 24-yard line. So it's 32.5 seconds left in the half. Let's see, with the ball on their own 24-yard line, let's see how Ohio State comes out and does this. Or, they could come out and just take a knee and say, let's go to halftime. Or they could come out with a couple pass plays and see if they can't move the ball, see if something happens.
Anything's a possibility.
Oh,
you just don't want it picked off and run back in right here.
Right. Or fumble
half.
or anything else.
That's right.
All right, looks like we got Lang in the backfield. And they're taking a knee. I was going to say they don't have anybody out wide. They're just going to take a knee, let the clock run down, and go into halftime 7-7.
7-7, yeah. This is the first time we've had at half a tie game.
Talking a couple things that I found out earlier. Again, something I mentioned earlier. One of the players for Ohio State's defense, number 12, Glorian Gough, G-O-U-G-H, is from Santa Ana, California. He came to Ohio State to go to Ohio State. He played football out there. defense, and he went to Ohio State saying, hey, I'd like to be a walk-on and try to make the club.
Is that did he bring in stats?
No, I mean, not to me.
Okay, all right.
And I said, oh, really? And I said, so he said, so the big club said, no, we don't have a spot right now for a walk-on at this point. Our roster's filled. But if you'd like to go out for the club football, explained the club football to him, told him who to contact.
Right.
And he said, if you play with them, keep playing, keep your game skills up. And then if a walk-on comes available, we'll have you come out and try out for the team. So that's why he's playing here, and he's doing a good job playing defense. Number 12, Glorian Goff.
And considering the drizzly weather, a good crowd here. Now, of course, some of these people are Buckeyes because there is only the stands on the home side. So it's hard to tell unless you see an Ohio State. But a lot of people out to watch these teams play.
Right.
Of course, it's not every day that Ohio State anything comes into your stadium to play, but you also want to see how these this JV team matches up against some of this Ohio State talent because you're looking forward to future years when these guys are on the varsity squad.
One thing I always wondered on club football, do you like Ohio State, Alabama, Michigan, how they bring players in. They go out and recruit. They watch them. They've got people watching them play high school ball all over, and they go out.
I know Michigan does that a lot. They watch them.
They watch, and they steal your signs. But he said majority of the players are coming to Ohio State, and then they wanted to, they were a good high school player. They're not going to play for the Ohio State team, but they want to play football, so they get on the club and they play football. He goes, but Grega has heard of and seen some players and went to the school and talked to them to say, hey, why don't you, when you get done, if you're not going to play football for, a college somewhere, on our college team, or if you're thinking about coming to Ohio State, why don't you come to Ohio State and
right, because at the club level you don't give scholarships or anything like that.
Right.
So
he has talked to players. So, that is one reason he's able to keep the good players coming to Ohio State. He does, and then he does go out. He and the crew go out and talk to players that have are students that have came to Ohio State, and he's found out they were good football players from other states, which he couldn't see, and then talks them into, hey, if you were a good football player, you played in Alabama, you played in California, you played in Massachusetts. If you'd like to continue playing football, come out for club. And with club, you have time to get your studies and still practice compared to being on the
that's something that we try to reiterate at all these games where we're playing an actual JV team from a college. They practice frequently. These Buckeyes don't practice that often. They can't because they're going to school and
which, again, like you said, when you're playing Denison, when you're playing Wittenberg, these, even though they're the freshmen and sophomores playing on this team, they're still practicing every day and getting a lot of time in, where the Ohio State club teams are practicing just a couple times a week. Don't get to spend the time on the field as much as the regular college players.
So what do you think of the flying W?
It looks all right.
You like it? Okay.
I mentioned it to the gentleman that brought us up here earlier. I asked him, I said, what do you call that? He goes, our flying W.
Well, we've got it on our screen right now. So it is interesting, and the font is very attractive for the Wittenberg Tigers font. And branding is important for any school, just like Ohio State, and it's Ohio State Buckeye.
Well, we're down to 13 seconds coming up.
Yeah,
Both
this
teams
was a
are coming about in the
very
field.
short.
Seemed like it was a very short
no,
half.
It was.
Either that or because we were talking during that half, which normally we lay the headphones down and
let the band play.
And whatever. We had no script Ohio today.
No,
that'd be so cool if the players could do script Ohio.
The field that the Buckeyes play on in Columbus, Lincoln Tower Park, is right in the shadow of Ohio State University. You can go back and see some of these Campus Nation at Ohio State games.
It'd be cool if the band could do a script Ohio for them. That's where they practice.
Right, and we are 3 stories up usually in the tower. It's made entirely of metal, so you'd never want to be there if there was a lightning storm. That's the first place you'd get the heck out of.
Which Rick makes me go up there all the time during that.
Well, I'm hoping that you'll get struck, Joe.
That's one thing the players said. They were amazed at how, even no matter what the weather was like, seemed like we were always there doing the games.
Well, we love our Buckeyes.
It's a high, short kick, hitting at the 25 and going out of bounds, so they'll get the ball, I believe, at the 35-yard line.
Even though we're both Wright State grads.
Yeah.
Free kick out of bounds. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down, Wittenberg.
So we're starting, and I better change the graphics for the third quarter. I've still got it on second. Got to stay up with the times.
Whoa, sneaking in on me.
Operator. Please reset the game clock to 12 minutes. We'll start on the snap.
So
Did he bring those in earlier? Is that what you saw? Because I didn't see him
he
come
might
in.
have brought in for you to look at the stats.
He laid it there, and he didn't say anything, so I'll have to talk to Jay Lynn. That's the one I was talking to earlier.
You're usually oblivious to all this stuff, Joe. Got to keep you in check.
All right. Wittenberg hands off to the running back coming out of the backfield. Hit, gets up to the 40, get about 5 yards, maybe 6. And that is Tim Smith.
Once again, up tempo.
And he gets a lot of
Tigers.
yards. Hand off to Smith again, coming off right side. He's going to get the first down. So earlier he was averaging 10 yards a carry. Now he's averaging
as fast as they're
5
moving the
or more.
chains,
He's averaging at least
Tigers are getting back to the line of scrimmage, and they were wanting to
got the ball to the 49, so he's averaging about 8 yards a carry this half. And the deep throw to the right side. Did he catch that? Oh, my God.
Got it.
The Ohio State player was there, didn't know the ball was coming, and went right past him.
He literally caught it on his back.
Oh, he was falling down, caught it about thigh high, and then pulled it into his body. If Ohio State saw it, they could have caught that ball. Coming out of the backfield, Smith being caught and brought down for a no-gainer that time.
So
good defense.
We've said many times the Buckeyes tend to let these teams play between the 20s, and then they stiffen at the 20 and shut them down. But we have had the first score against the Buckeyes defense.
They did give him a yard on that from the 22 to the 21. Got to get to the 12. Quarterback back looking, being rushed, throwing to the right, throwing over the receiver's head. Trying to get the ball to number 16, Brian Hines Jr. Trying to mention some of these players when I can.
Well, that's good.
All right, Tim Smith still the number 1 running back in the backfield for them. Him and number 4 keep going back and forth. Quarterback going back to pass, being rushed on a blitz. Oh, he dishes it to the running back.
Tried a little screen, but it was sniffed out by the Buckeyes.
It was sniffed out, and they lost yardage on it. It's going to be 4th down and 14, I think.
So they're going to try
they're going to go for it, but they're not going to kick.
It's actually 4th and 11, Joe.
11, well, something around it. Can't tell when the guy's 2 yards off of the line of scrimmage. Oh, it overthrows the receiver
Just
again.
off his fingertips.
Trying to get it out to Brian Hines Jr. again. Both balls to him were high. So, again, Ohio State takes over on downs.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that.
Boy, we have. Their defense, between here, they have moved the ball. But when they get down here, Ohio State has stiffened up. They did score once.
Didn't I say that, Joe?
And the only time they scored is when Ohio State punted the ball for 8 yards, and they got the ball.
All right, so Buckeyes coming to the line.
All right, we got one in the backfield. Looks like Ling. We got one to the bottom, 3 to the top. Going back to a pass. Those to slant. Caught. The ball loose. Ohio State fell on it. Good job. Oh, I was worried. That looked like it possibly came out of him, and it
That was
did.
number 8 that picked
Christian
the ball.
Wright caught the ball as he went down. The ball was knocked loose from him. Sam Garber, again, all over the field.
Everywhere this game.
And caught that ball. Sam's doing a great job.
2nd and 3.
2 to the bottom, 2 to the top. Laying in the backfield with the quarterback. Hands off to Lang, going around the right. Oh, that's not Lang.
It's 22.
Going around, that's 23. That is J.R. Burton. Again, Burton's an electrifying running back coming out of that backfield.
Yep.
I saw the 3 initially, and
I saw the 2.
I thought it was 13. It was 23.
Holding on the Buckeyes, coming back.
That's twice he's had good runs and brought back. Come on, guys. Probably didn't do a thing with him getting out and.
Well, it was on the edge, so we'll never know.
We'll never know.
All right, Buckeyes coming back up to the line. It's a 2nd and 4 on the 21.
All righty. Burton still in the backfield. Spencer Moore, quarterback, 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Change sides with the running back. Coming back, looking, throwing, halfback screen, or right, excuse me. Number 9, Hayes, caught that ball.
They're moving the chains. Buckeyes have a first down.
First down.
The Buckeyes, their offense is much more deliberate. They take much more time to get set and to initiate their plan, where it's been up-tempo, basically, from the Tigers, and it's been effective. Wittenberg's been moving the ball.
And going to hand off to Burton, coming around the left side this time. He's hit, turns over, and got the ball. Oh, we got a flag.
That's
late
after
flag.
the fact.
Let's see if this is.
I don't think that's holding.
Yeah, face mask. That's what
face mask.
I think that's what turned him around, because he was coming this way, and all of a sudden he just turns his body around, and I think that was the face mask.
When someone's got your face mask, you think that might turn you around?
It might. I just thought he might have wanted to look and see where he came from.
That's right. Well, everybody does. It's called ancestry.
All right. Well, got the ball right at the 50-yard line right now. We got 2 to the bottom, 1 in the slot, 1 top, and we also have Burton in the backfield with Moore. Hands off to Burton, going up middle, breaks to the left side, tries to cut through, and brought down, gets a yard out of all that running.
Looked like they were going to blitz.
Well, the play was supposed to go right up the middle. And there was, like you said, probably blitzers coming through, so he cut real quick to the left. But unfortunately, there was defenders there too.
2nd and 9.
I tell you what, if he breaks free, a lot of times he goes the distance. Fake hand off to Hayes again, cutting in. Going to get about 4 yards out of this play.
Oh, that was new.
Yeah,
that was a player that it looked like was going to receive.
Oh, we got a late flag just thrown. Coming in to the left side.
So was there some chippiness on this side?
I don't know.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority, with Rick Phillips, yours truly, and Joe Davis, the voice, who's taking us out to eat tonight at Texas Roadhouse.
I'm driving you there, yes.
Pass interference.
Oh, offense.
Big penalty.
Man.
So it's going to be a
it's funny because the pass was on the other side of the field, and the umpire from this side of the field is the one that
that's
called
kind
that.
of unusual, isn't it?
Yeah. And the play was over when he ran in and threw the flag down.
So the ball's on the 36. It's a 2nd and 23 for the Buckeyes.
All right. Looking, pulled it down. Is he going to get rid of it? He throws it out.
He fooled me. That is rare.
Are they saying he was down?
They're on the field.
Yes.
The quarterback is down.
Yes.
Yep, he's down.
Let's check instant replay on that, Rick.
Okay. Yeah, he's down, Joe.
Okay.
And it's not going to be a 3rd and 23. It's going to be a 3rd and forever.
And I'm like, okay, if you're going to throw it away, you had time before that to just get rid of the ball so you don't lose. I mean, 10, 20, 32 yards line. 32, 28-yard line, but 32 yards.
Just a little old pass there, Joe.
Just a little one. 3rd and long. And he's throwing deep to the outside. Caught. It was caught and brought out near this. I don't think they're going to go for it now. I think, but it's got him a lot of punting room because it's going to be still 4th down and about 18. And but that really saved them. Let's see, is that Cooper back again? Back in the back.
It's a 4th and 18. In case you wanted to go for it, Joe.
That's what I said earlier, Rick.
Back to punt.
Got it. Ball's up. That is number 16 kicking, 16 or 18. He broke free, broke another tackle, and finally grabbed by the shirt tail at the bottom of his shirt tail.
Number 2 was livid that he couldn't break that second.
Man, because his shirt tail was out, the guy was able to grab it. If the shirt tail was not out, he could not.
Tuck in those shirt tails.
And I'm looking. Oh, there it is. Cade Ray. Cade Ray was bringing that back.
Okay. So Cade, tuck in your shirt.
Kade.
Cade is like a Western name, you know?
Yeah.
It's like Colt.
I know some of those.
Colt and Cade.
I think it was Pittsburgh used to shrink their suits so it was like tight to the body so nobody could grab anything.
I'm sure the ladies like
Hand
that.
off to the running back coming up the middle, and it might have been Tim Smith because I didn't see who it was before it was handed off.
What do we got, a timeout?
Number 86 must set for 1 play.
Oh, okay, so his helmet came off.
So he's got to go out one play.
He's got some blonde hair, doesn't he?
Oh, boy.
Curly blonde hair. Who is it, 00?
Could be. Mm-hmm. No, 86. Remember he said 86.
Oh, 86, okay.
All right. We got 2 to the top, 1 down here to the bottom. Junior down here to the bottom. 1 in the backfield. Oh, high snap, bobbled around. He's turning around, and he got hit. Yeah, man, I tell you,
he's lucky that he hung on to it.
Their center rolled one back to him. That time almost hiked it over his head. I'm surprised. He jumped up as high as he could.
Quick reflexes for number 1.
Just touched the ball enough that it fell back into his hands. He couldn't grab it. He just jumped up, touched it. The ball stopped it, and the ball fell down, and then he caught it again, and then he tried to run left and couldn't go anywhere.
3rd and 8 here.
3rd down, 8 yards from their own 40. Looking back, throwing to the right side, throw behind the receiver.
He heard footsteps.
Number 25, Joe Umba. Good defense on that play. Forced the quarterback to throw outside on that one.
So with 4:48 in the 3rd quarter of play, teams are knotted at 7. Tigers will be punting.
Ohio State has 1 back. Ball's up. Ooh, almost blocked. Ball's going to hit short. Going to again bounce backwards. Ball hit about the 31, bounced back to about the 32 to 33. Let's see where they're going to mark it. I think they're going to mark it maybe 32-yard line, I think. And that would, if they hadn't grabbed it where they did, that ball would have probably went back to 35 to 37-yard line.
We want to remind those that are watching this, even though it's delayed, go to our Campus Nation YouTube channel, like it, and subscribe, so you'll always have all this great action available when we go live and we actually have bandwidth.
4:40, okay. Game clock again.
They probably are watching the game and they sort of lose track, right?
Right.
I still smell chicken, Joe.
Quarterback throws. Caught. Oh, ball's out. Did he catch it? Yes, they're saying fumble.
And it's being brought back by Wittenberg. Could this be the first time? And they score.
And that's the second time their defense has been scored on. No, that was on the offense,
well, more
not the
important,
defense.
This is the first time this year that anyone has led the Buckeyes
yes.
at any time during the game.
We do have a flag at the goal line. Let's see what it is. We're scoring a touchdown, unsportsmanlike against Ohio State. Again, another unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown by Ohio State.
So Tigers want to tack on this extra point. Buckeyes are kind of stunned. They don't usually have this happen to them.
No.
But the Tigers have gotten their number so far.
Well, again, a fumble, something that Ohio State doesn't do a lot. You don't see Ohio State players fumble the ball a lot, and the other team picked it up and was able to move on it. Ball's down, left-footed kicker, hits the upright, does not go through. So Thomas Mooney.
Will that loom big later?
Oh, because if Ohio State scores a touchdown, that puts them ahead. So that could come into play later.
So the flying W. The Tigers with this lead.
Flew the coop. Okay, where's number 3 going? I don't understand.
You mean the Buckeye?
Yeah, I mean, he's down on this side of the field. The ball's going to be placed there to kick.
Well, he's probably maybe going to sneak into the
they're marking off a penalty against them, not Ohio State.
Oh, okay.
That's why Ohio State was moving so far down. The unsportsmanlike was against Wittenberg that time.
So it could have been taunting or something of that nature.
After he scored, yeah.
Well, I mean, when you score against the Buckeyes, that's
big.
And
All right, so they're kicking off from their 20 instead of the 35. So Ohio State's all the way back up to the 30.
Great field position.
The ball's kicked long. It's being kicked. Hits the ground. Oh, it's going to roll past. Picked up around the 5-yard line. Bringing back down the field. And out of bounds is David Cooper, who caught the ball. Ball went over his head. So really for the penalty, they did a very good job of getting the ball back down the field for Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State thought, after this kickoff, we're going to get the ball near midfield.
So 25, the ball's being placed on the 25-yard line.
25-yard line, but it was picked up. It hit the 7. He caught it, took 2 more steps back to the 5, and then turned back up the field.
So these Buckeyes have their work cut out for them. They are trailing by 6 points here in the third quarter with 4:20 remaining.
And this is the first time this year they've been did Denison take the lead early in that game?
No.
Well, 3-0.
3-0.
3-0. Yeah, so it's not the first time they've been behind. And running back gets about a yard before he's pushed back. So, yeah, it is not the first time they've been behind, but the first time they've been behind this much.
Joe, pickup of a yard. The Tigers are suddenly electrified with excitement here at the thought of perhaps
Ohio State has 2 to the left. Laying in the backfield, 2 to the right. I think it's Ling. Nope, it's not. It's Burton. And thrown behind him. Oh, man.
He was open.
He was open. David Cooper was coming across the field, was open, but the ball was behind. I think if he'd have picked up the ball sooner, he could have changed his route a little bit. But by the time he picked it up, the ball literally went right behind him. So it's 3rd and 9 from the 26-yard line. Got to get out to the 35. All right, 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. See what they do here. Going back, he's looking. Oh, he's hit, but he's knocked down. Ball's going to be back to the 15-yard line.
Good
and
defense, and he's not getting up.
Yeah, he's going to get up slow.
They're stretching his leg, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe he has a cramp.
I'm out on the field. Injured offensive player.
Yeah, that looks like a cramp.
Yeah. He was going to be coming out of the game now anyway because it's 4th down. Quarterback. Yeah, again, he doesn't have a lot of time in the backfield today. And I think because some of the games he's played, he's had time to go back, look at this receiver. Okay, stop. Now I'm going to look over at this receiver. He doesn't have that kind of time today. Look at your first. By the time you look at your second, you've got to be getting rid of the ball and he decided to take off running, but it was too late. He was getting hit. So
next week, I guess it's Sunday because we have no Saturday games left at the club football level.
Amen.
Next Sunday, we've got the Toledo Rockets making their way into Lincoln Tower Park. We will be back in the old metal tower,
the
3
metal
stories.
Tower.
Yeah,
providing the weather holds out.
Well, the only thing that would stop us is we've been up there under all conditions other than obviously if there's lightning, we've got to come off the tower. And hopefully we wouldn't leave our equipment up there and then lightning would strike it.
Well, I've been on blood thinners long enough that, man, if it's cold, I don't know if I can take it.
Oh, Joe, quit crying.
He's slowly leaving the field.
I think he got his bell rung.
But he's going to have time to, that was 4th down, or this was 4th down, to hopefully recuperate and get back out there. I'm not sure who the backup quarterback is for him this year. I know he was the backup quarterback last year, so I don't know who his backup is. But it's back for punt. Again, this is the second time we've been on the goal line. This one's a lot better punt than the last time. It's going up, hitting at the 42, bouncing. Oh,
it was kicked. You can't do that.
Oh, that was.
Bring it back.
Ohio State hit it at the 48 and sort of like scooted it along with his hand.
Right. So, ref.
Thing is, if he hadn't hit it, it might have rolled like that. You know,
it's possible.
But the ball's at their own 48-yard line. But it did get it out near midfield. At least the last time he only got the ball to the 26-yard line or 28-yard line when he was standing with his heels on the goal line. So here Ohio State's defense is out there. They're in the backfield. We got Garver handing off, coming up the middle. And is that a new guy? Is that 21 or is that 31? I couldn't. That's 21. Trevor Schuler, new running back. In the game, I don't think I've seen him run the ball before today, but he is on their list as one of their running backs.
So we're coming to you on tape delay from Springfield, Ohio, Wittenberg University.
Going back to pass, looking this side, going deep. Ohio State's there. Oh, he caught the ball.
Great.
I mean, the defense is right beside him, and nobody ever looks for the ball. They always watch the guy, but nobody looks for the ball. The offender looked around and says, oh, here comes the ball. I'm going to catch it. Defenders, watch his eyes. When he's looking, you look. Oh, my gosh. All right, Garver back. Look, he's being rushed. Nobody on the left side. He's taking off running. There's nobody out there. He's to the 5. Taken out of bounds near the 4-3-yard line. Let's see if they mark him at the 4 or the 3.
I don't think it matters much, Joe.
I mean, when they had him stopped, they were rushing him in the backfield, but there was no containment on the left side. None whatsoever.
First and goal for the Tigers.
At the 4-yard line.
Timeout. Wittenberg calls timeout.
First of the half, I believe.
Which half, Joe?
Okay, Ohio State defense has to stiffen here because if they get another 7, they're going to be 20-7, and they're going to be 2 scores ahead of Ohio State.
That's very good math, Joe.
Very good. And if they kick a field goal, they're close enough now. They could do an extra point type field goal. and go ahead 16-7, which would be 2 scores because even a point would be 15. So
are you trying to confuse our audience, Joe?
I'm trying to enlighten our audience.
Oh, enlighten them, huh?
Enlighten. That Ohio State's defense needs to buckle down, stop them. If
Yeah,
nothing
we need
else,
a turnover, right?
a turnover or at least push them back to where they don't push them back where they don't want to kick a field goal and Ohio State can stop them on downs again. Yes.
All right, okay.
With a no score.
Well, now, is the field goal kicker the same as the extra point kicker?
I have no idea.
Because he missed that extra point, if you remember.
I know. They do have 2 guys down, Tommy Funk and Thomas Mooney.
Oh.
And they did lose yardage on that play. They're back to the 7-yard line. Ball was on the 4. Now they're on the 7.
It's interesting. The Tigers on the webbing on the fence are yellow, but the white tiger is on the field.
Handing to Schuler again, getting back up to the 4. So they went back to the 7, came back to the 4. So it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Let's see if they try to pass here. And if they do, can Ohio State pick it off? That'd be one good thing that could happen for Ohio State. Again, they have Schuler in the backfield. Low snap. Quarterback on a tee, but himself runs, gets up to the 2-yard line, I believe.
And we got a Buckeye. Oh, he's getting up slowly, but he's getting up. 1 minute remaining in this third quarter of play.
1 minute, 1 second.
Well,
now it's 1 minute.
All right. See what
all right, they're going for it. They're not trying to kick. Handoff going up the middle. Did he get the push?
Extra effort.
And he did. Yeah, they had him stopped at the 2, then the 1, and then he had help from the back and just kept pushing him and got in for the score.
So
Ohio State is going to have. It's going to have to be a big fourth quarter for Ohio State.
Well, Ohio State's going to have to focus on throwing the ball
and getting rid of it. Not
making any turnovers.
Well, yeah, we've had a couple turnovers from catching the ball and then fumbling.
Are they going for 2?
They are going. They're getting that ball back. Knocked down. Ohio State, great defense. The receiver had it in his hands, and Ohio State reached up and literally pulled it out of his hands.
I was going to say, these Wittenberg receivers,
we got another. The defender on that play is down with cramps again. Another cramp. This misty, cool field today is pulling cramps out of Ohio State players. He did a good job of staying with him and then jumping up. And I tell you what, Ohio State defenders have done a great job of staying with the receivers, but when the ball comes, they're not watching the ball. They're looking at the guy in the chest, and the guy turns and catches the ball. They're not waiting for the ball. They're not watching his eyes. Here he is getting up. And that was number 25 for Ohio State on defense. Great defense. Joe Umba. Great job. Joe Umba.
Joe Wittenberg, 19. Ohio State, 7.
I'm Joe Davis, not Joe Wittenberg.
Mm-hmm. It really isn't a bad day.
No, it's just a
cool,
misty day.
Everything's really pretty. A lot of the leaves are changing, and a nice view from this press box across the campus and across Springfield, Ohio.
Yeah, because you go from the football field right to the local community. All right, they're back for the kickoff. Ohio State ready. And it's a high kick coming down at the 10, being caught. Getting to the 20, coming around this side, and being brought back to the 22-yard line.
Good coverage.
And I believe number 23, Burton, brought that ball back. And it looks like Jonathan Thiel might have been in on that play. He's not played running back all day, but it looks like he was in on that play. He was injured last week, and but walked off the field after the play. Let's see.
Buckeyes regular quarterback back in, it looks like.
Back in,
Cooper.
looks like, yep. Spencer Moore.
So
And two to the bottom, one to the top, one in the backfield. Man in motion coming this way. But a handoff going up the middle. He's going to get about 2 to 3 yards, going to get up to the 25.
And
Ball was on the 22. That's
the
3
time
yards.
is running out here in the third quarter, so
Going to be second and
maybe one
7.
more.
They might be able to get a playoff if 19, 15,
There's plenty of time, Joe.
10. They're showing blitz. Oh, they came too far. Oh, wait a minute. They're saying we moved.
Well, the blitz may have drew the.
Well, if the guys were in the zone, if they made our guys move, it should be against the defense because they got offsides and then stopped and then backed up.
You're saying they encroached.
I think they encroached. Yes.
That's the end of the third quarter.
All right.
5.3 seconds on the clock, and that's the end of the third quarter.
I don't know. I don't make the rules here.
All day long it's been add time. Oh, you got too much time added.
We're going into the fourth quarter. Somebody's trigger happy, huh? Is that it? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Something. Ohio State has 1 quarter to gain
I got to turn this around.
at least 14 points and turn this game around.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority, with Joe Davis, the voice of the Ohio State Buckeye Club football team. And you're surely Rick Phillips. I do everything else.
Yes, everything.
Joe just sits
Talk.
here and relaxes.
Complain. Beg.
How long have we been doing sports together, Joe? 12 years.
Something like that.
12 years.
I know I've gained 25 years in that 12. I had hair, I think, when we met, Rick.
Yeah, that's my fault.
All right, Spencer Moore back. Looks, throwing quickly over the middle and just too low down for Garber to pick up. He was cutting in. He was on the right side, made a break into the inside, and the ball was like knee high.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 12.
Couldn't get it. 3rd and 12. Again, if you're going to run on first down, knowing you're probably not going to get a lot of yardage when you run on first down, on second down, pass play for 6-7 yards, and then you got 3rd down to get. We're trying too many times. We're 3rd and 12.
All right, see what the Buckeyes can do here.
Looking to the left side, throwing deep down the right side, and the ball goes over the head of receiver
Might have been
Patrick
the wrong
Parrish.
shoulder.
Well, the receiver sometimes reads the defender. Am I going to go to your outside or your inside? How are you playing me? And he was on the inside. The receiver was on the inside of the defender, but the ball went over their heads to the outside.
So the Buckeyes will be punting here, down by 12.
Down by 12. Ooh, high snap. Ball.
And a flag.
Flag ball is punted, is blocked. Hopefully that's defend encroachment.
Celebrating a little too soon.
Oh, he's giving the motion Ohio State move too soon.
4 players in the backfield. Offense. That penalty's been
Decline.
declined.
Ohio State may lose their first game of the year.
You mean with some...
They're not playing well today. I mean, we've had the catch fumble, and then we have the punt, block.
Let's put it this way.
And then there's penalty. Even if it wasn't blocked, there was a penalty on the play against Ohio State.
It's uncharacteristic of this team.
Right.
And I guess you could say the only plus from a loss today is it won't have any national championship ramifications.
It's not a league, yeah.
Well, I mean, it still will have because it'll be the overall record, but that won't stop them from pursuing that national championship they're trying to.
No, and I predict they'll come back and take charge of the Toledo team next week.
Well, I guess we got to take care of business here. We still got 11:40, and that's enough time for these Buckeyes.
I had my microphone down, so I apologize.
If there's another score here.
They're going for 2, and he caught it and went in. So they did get 2 points back. So now they're leading by 20, with their still 3 touchdowns would give Ohio State the lead. But, again, you've got to get 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and stop the other team from scoring. And right now, Ohio State lately has not been able to do that. And part of the reason is because of uncharacteristic mistakes today. They have been making mistakes that they normally do not make. But again, to give them credit, they're playing a team that practices every day to a team that practices a couple times a week.
But they're still winning this game, 27-7. Buckeyes are down by 20, and it will take Buckeyes three scores.
They played Denison last week, which was the same thing, and took charge of that game. So Grego will not take that as an excuse. Ball's on the 35. Here goes the kickoff. It's short. Hits the ball. Picked up at the 25. Brought back to about the 32, and I believe that was by Thiel on the special teams.
Number 7.
He's playing special teams today. He's not playing running back. I think, and I'm not sure, I don't want to speculate too much, but I think he's been having an ankle problem, and I think that's why he's not played. So he's up to where maybe he's like, hey, I can play. So they're putting him on special teams. To get some gameplay back in him, but they didn't want to put him out there running the grind of the running back in the backfield.
Okay, Buckeyes down 3 scores.
Got the ball at the 31-yard line. Man in motion, Hayes. Throws to Hayes on the left side. Got a blocker coming out the left side, and he's going to get a few yards before he's tackled out of bounds.
Now, that was a good play, and plus he was out of bounds.
Yeah, got about 6 yards out of that play, I think. They were at the 31, going to get out to the –
Clock's running.
Got about 5 yards on the play. Got out to the 36. I thought they had him at the 37, but they're going to mark him at the 36. So it's a 5-yard gain. You just need positive yardage. That's one thing you need every play, positive yardage. Looking, throwing deep down the middle of the field. Man's there, caught the ball.
Got it.
Great job. Was that Hayes again? Yes.
Number 9.
Hayes has been doing a great job for the Buckeyes receiving corps.
Buckeyes moving quickly.
They're down to the Wittenberg's Tigers' 32-yard line.
If they can punch this in, they can put some pressure on the Tigers, make them start to think.
All right, we have one in the backfield, Hayes on the bottom, 3 to the top. Coming back, looking, throwing to Hayes again, going down the right side. Defender all over him. Are we going to get a flag?
It's got to be a flag.
Yeah. The two closest officials said no, but the official in the middle of the field said yes.
Yeah, he was all over him. Draped.
I heard somebody yell to the umpire, play was right in front of you. He didn't. And he ran out and went to that official and sort of whispered something to him. But the defender literally jumped into him as the ball got there. And,
all right.
All right, we got one in the backfield.
10.
Hayes on the right, 2 on the left. Snap, going to hand off to Burton coming out of the left side. Cut it back. Oh, we're going to have a hold. And every time Ohio State moves one step forward, they move 2 steps backwards.
They ought to just keep passing it. I know that you can just wait back for the pass, but they've been a lot more effective today at throwing the ball than they have been at running the ball.
I don't know. I haven't listened to the who the holding's on. I don't know if it's the same defender every time or what, but every time Burton seems like has a good run, there's a hold. And it's just like, okay, clock's against you. I know you got to mix up plays now and then, but now we have an empty backfield, 2 to the bottom, 3 to the top.
They're moving the ball to the other hash.
Okay. And the clock runs the whole time.
Yeah.
We show blitz coming in, picked up, throwing to the middle of the field, caught, and going to be brought down at the 20, and I believe that was by Jackson Rittman, block O. Yes. Jackson Rittman Blocko caught that pass. That's one thing I didn't ask a while ago is, does he have to earn that number, or is, in club football, and on the regular team, you have to earn that number, special person gets to pick it, earns that. 1 in the backfield, 2 to the bottom, showing blitz again, throwing up the middle, off the hands of Hayes.
Well, Joe, I have the block O on the team up here in the booth.
You do? Mm-hmm. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have the O, all right. Or you have the blockhead, not the block O. You get those things mixed up.
You're just jealous, Davis. You're just jealous.
I'm not the one that people say they
9:25. You're right. You're not the one.
All right. In the backfield, going back, looking left, looking right, throwing down the middle of the field. Coe's hit as the ball got there. No flag.
Good defense.
And let's see, is this going to be 4th down, or was that 4th down? Because I see 4th down already there. I believe that was 3rd down, so it's going to be 4th down from the 20.
So this is a very important play because the Buckeyes don't have time to waste.
Oh, yeah, you can't get nothing out of this and still come back with 3 touchdowns with 9 minutes to go in the game.
Well, especially after Wittenberg's going to have at least a possession.
Right. So here we go, going back. Quarterback throwing deep. It's tipped, and almost intercepted.
Right. More good defense by the Tigers, and they take over on downs.
Well, I thought after it was tipped, Rittman was still going to have a chance to catch it, but
he might have.
But it got tipped over his head, and then the defender jumped on the ground in the end zone to catch it, but didn't get there. So it's take over on downs. They're getting the ball on the 20. High State has to have a turnover. I mean, that's ifs, ands, or about.
Yeah, they've got to force a turnover. There's no question about that. They can't allow Wittenberg to march up the field. Certainly can't allow them to get a first down.
I look for them to, even though they're outstretched out, I look for running the ball here a little bit. Yeah, going to hand the ball in, but Ohio State is ready for it.
Yeah, they expect it. Clock continues to run. We're going under 9 minutes.
When team's got the lead they got, you want to run that clock. That's the best way to hurt Ohio State right now is running that clock. You try throwing the ball and the clock stops. You're helping Ohio State possibly get back in the game, and especially if it's a interception. It looks like a hold but not called and brought back at about the 24-yard line. Player put his arm out, so Ohio State defender couldn't get past him, but there was no hold on that call.
Clock continues to run. 8:30 left in this ball game. Ohio State down by 20.
Okay, 3rd down and 6. Ball's back. Throws quickly to the right and throws it out of bounds. Throws it at his feet. So it looks like it's going to be punt. They don't want Ohio State to get the ball.
So this is where we need a block and take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Just like they did us.
Right.
We need the block punt. Because without that block punt, they're ahead 13 points. Different scenario in this ball game.
Absolutely. All right, so Tigers getting ready to punt.
Getting 2 defenders back in the backfield.
Don't encroach.
Yep, don't.
Blocked.
Ball was blocked. Ball's being picked up by Ohio State, and out at the 9-yard line, I believe.
Joe, we expected that something like this was necessary to get these Buckeyes
They
back
may have
into
that
the
at
game.
the 8-yard line. And Ohio State did what needed to be done there. They blocked that punt.
Now, the next thing they need to do is score quickly.
They just couldn't pick the ball up. It was spinning, and they couldn't get it in their hands. It's like one of those things where you're reaching but looking up, and you just can't pick up what you're trying to get. Burton looks like he's back in the backfield with Ohio State right now as the running back. He also may be the best blocking back. That may be why they have him back there, because it looks like they're going to try to pass to get it in here. Let's see. Ball, man in motion, Garber. Throwing to Garber coming out of the backfield. Oh, defense came up. He was open when he got the ball, but I think if he had kept his motion going outside, he'd have gained 2 or 3 more yards at least before he brought down. But he came to a dead stop trying to let the defender pass, but he didn't. He grabbed him, and
the key is the
basically no gain on that play.
Continues to run.
So it's going to be goal to go from the 9-yard line.
But it's essential any way you look at it that the Buckeyes get in here and score.
Right. They've got to score here just to put any kind of pressure of coming back in this game. I thought that play was going to work when it first started. Throwing to the end zone. He's open, but he overthrows him. Oh. David Cooper broke free from his man, had about a 3-yard separation, but the pass was more toward the cone in the end zone and overthrew David Cooper. So we're going to have 3rd and goal from the 9.
7:30 to go, and that's all that's remaining in this game. Once again, Buckeyes need to score and score quickly.
All right, looking, throwing to the end zone again. Garber caught it. Did he catch it? Oh,
no.
You only have to have one. You get 1 foot down. I thought he had 1 foot down when he caught it. He did too. The referee did not make a call, watched it go out like he's seeing if he still had it, and then said, no, you were out of bounds.
All right, 4th and 9. 4th and 9.
4th and 9. 4th and goal. 9 yards to the goal line.
And this, they have to score. If they don't score, and they obviously have to go for it, they're down by 3 scores, but this is absolutely critical.
Then they could have threw it to the 5 and let him run it in. Now they almost got to get it to the goal line. Here's a slant. He got it caught, but he's going to get tackled.
Good defense by the Tigers.
See, it was 4th down. See, if they'd have ran that play last time, they could have had 4th down on the 3. Now you got a chance to run the ball as well as pass. Makes them think more. But throwing that slant, and he catches it on the 5, gets it to the 3, and tackled.
Once again, that good Tiger defense stops the Buckeyes on the 9-yard line. And now we know it'll be run, run, run.
Oh, yeah. Well, I look for stiff defense here. I look for, Ohio State coming in with a blitz-style run defense here to fill up, not let them get a first down. They want the ball back.
What are we doing with the ball here?
Well, it's on the 3.
Well, no, I mean, are they replacing it? No,
yes, bringing a new ball in.
Okay, didn't like that ball. The laces were opposite.
Yeah, they were sewn in left to right instead of right to left.
Okay, see what the Tigers do. I bet they run.
Ooh, let's see if you're right. Hand off, going up the middle, breaking free. He's got a first down. He's cutting around the left side. He's staying in bounds. He started to go out, but he brought it back in bounds.
Smart move.
Now let's see if they stop this clock. Because earlier, when you move the down markers, I thought they stopped the clock.
I don't know if they do that anymore in
college.
college.
I thought they did. Maybe they don't, except for the last 2 minutes of each quarter and a half. I think that rule changed. You're right.
Well, anyway, Wittenberg is definitely in the driver's seat now. There's just no way these Buckeyes have enough time down 3 scores and Wittenberg with a first down. So I would say this is sort of all. But
whistle, 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 whistle. Timeout.
Yeah.
Wittenberg.
They smell victory.
Well, with their ball in their hands, with 20-point lead, with 6:31 in the clock, I would be thinking that if I was Wittenberg.
That was
yes.
the Buckeyes that took the timeout, by the way, Joe.
Oh, really?
And they are adding 3 seconds to the game clock.
Ooh, 6:34.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they went down, I thought I saw one of the coaches running on the field having sin. So I thought Wittenberg was saying, "Great job. Let's go take a timeout here and
Celebrate?
celebrate and regroup."
I don't think so.
Well, regroup. Let's
They want them
tell
focused.
them what we want to do. But
they're doing just fine. They just want to keep them focused.
Okay, Ohio State has 2 timeouts left in this half.
2 timeouts left in this game.
Oh, okay. Well, isn't it this half? I did not lie. And he's going to pass the ball. No, he's going to bring it back and run the ball. And he's going down at the 34-yard line.
I think that was planned.
Maybe 35.
I think
it was. I think he went back to fake and then run the ball.
Because that running back gave him some additional time off the clock.
I think it was a quarterback draw that he went back, faked it, made it look like he was really looking down the field, and then just pulled it in and run. Him throwing the ball at that point really shocked me that he would think that, and that's why I think it was a quarterback draw. But as I'm talking, I got to say what I see on the field. Then quarterback was back looking to pass.
They're taking all the time off the clock they can.
Hand the ball, going up the middle, still going up the middle, gets a first down. Clock is going to continue. They get 4 more downs.
Great grit and determination by those Tigers.
Is Ohio State going to call another timeout? I don't know. Clock is still running. They have not called a timeout yet. Riga may wait until see if they stop him on this down. Then call.
Honesty, it would take a miracle to turn this game around.
Right, miracles have happened, but I agree with you. Here
Tigers,
comes the all-out blitz coming in. They run past the quarterback. He throws,
and he's open,
and he runs out of bounds. It's like, why did you run out of bounds? I mean, for us, you're good, but I mean, the blitz came. They had him in the backfield and literally ran right by him. The block just parted the sea. And he ran up. I thought he was going to run, and then he just decided to pass the ball. And they got the running back in the backfield, tackled at the 40-yard line for a no gain. 4:53, we have broke the 5-minute mark left in this match. All right, we have one runner in the backfield. He's in motion. Quarterback passing, threw the ball to the 40, runs back again, and no gain. They lost a yard on the previous play. They marked it actually at the 39, and he's going to be still shy of the 40-yard line, so it's going to be a no gain.
A week from today, we've got the Toledo Rockets in to face these Buckeyes.
At Tower Field.
That's right, Lincoln Tower Field in the shadow of the Horseshoe. Our home away from home when all the bad weather hits.
And now Wittenberg does call a timeout. They waited till the play clock got down and then called the timeout. 3:51 on the clock. 27 for Wittenberg, 7 for Ohio State. Not only does Wittenberg have
think what you're going to say, Joe. Just slow down.
Not only does Wittenberg have 27 points, but the shocking part in a way is that Ohio State only has 7. Right. You think their offense would score more than 7 points, but again,
this Tiger team
their
has
offense
good
has
defense.
Shots. Well, they had the receiver catch the ball.
They have made some critical errors.
And then fumble the ball, ball moving. So their offense has shot themselves in the foot a couple times.
Well, let's put it this way. It's not been a pleasant trip into Springfield,
in the
Ohio
first half.
For the
first half, it was a defensive struggle both ways. Second half, Wittenberg has capitalized on Ohio State's miscues. And I'm sure Coach Greg is going to have a big talk with them about their miscues.
Well, that
high snap, looking, throwing left down the field. He caught the ball. And no, the receiver said he stepped out. Referee said he stepped out of the bounds as he caught the ball. What's he got his hand up for? It's not a punt. It was a pass.
right.
So what's the receiver? What's the referee walked up the field like a punt with his hand up, saying, "Okay," and now I'm going to mark it. I don't know their signals to each other, but anyway, it was. He said when the receiver came down, his foot hit out of bounds. Okay, it's 4th and 11 from the 41 or 39. Excuse me. Yeah, 41. Excuse me.
Going to pass again.
Going to pass again. The ball is blocked, but caught. Going to be knocked out of bounds. So Ohio State's going to take over on downs again. How many times have we said that?
Though.
And they're still down 20 points. Ohio State takes over downs for like the 5th or 6th time at least this game, and down 21 points. But 7 points of that came from a block punt. 7 points of that came from a fumble after a pass reception and picked up and went down the field. So 14 of those points were miscues. Take that away, the game is 7-13. One score would put Ohio State ahead. You got different. Both teams are going to be playing differently with a one-score difference. Caught by Garber, being knocked out of bounds. Quick pass throwing to Garber, got knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. All right, 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Hand to the running back coming out of the backfield and loses 2 yards. And a pass and a penalty goes down as he was tackled. See what the play is here. Dead ball.
Personal foul. Defense, number 96. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first
You
down.
don't want to do that. You've already got the Buckeyes where you want them. You don't want to add 15 yards and give them a first down when they're already reeling. And I'm sure that
that brought him all the way up to the
Coach
45 of Wittenberg.
Coach will be talking to this young man about that.
All right, snap, back, looks, throws.
Oh, that was
caught. Oh, my gosh.
That
Still
bounced.
loses 3 yards.
I thought that bounced over to him.
He threw it low, and he caught it about knee-high. Better off to let that ball drop because you end up losing 4 yards, but you don't know that at the time. You're thinking you're going to catch it and make the great play of the game.
So it's a 2nd and 14?
14. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 14.
Yep. Ball's in the 49. Clock continues to run.
3 to the bottom, 1 to the backfield, 1 to the top. Going back looking, throwing up the middle, caught at the original line of scrimmage. So he's going to get about 4 yards on that play.
Buckeyes trying to
It's going to be 3rd down and 10.
get up to the line here.
We're down to 2:08.
And
Clock running.
We were, in case we didn't put it on this part of the clip, we were happy to hear that the young man hurt in last week's Denison game just had a concussion that he is recovering from, and he is getting better.
And pass caught, and it's going to be about the 42-yard line. Got to get down to the 35, so it's going to be 4th and 7, I believe. So, again, Ohio State's had a lot of 4th and a lot of yardage all day long today.
So Wittenberg has done what the Buckeyes normally do. They've let the Buckeyes go between the 20s, but they've stiffened, they've taken the ball away and stiffened when they get past.
Oh, tried to hit the running back coming out of the backfield, but defender jumped up, knocked it down, and they're going to take over possession.
So,
I was getting ready to say they need to run somebody 7 yards. Oh, another flag. And then let's see what this penalty is. If it's against Wittenberg, it could give Ohio State a first down.
No, he's talking to Wittenberg.
Well, he could be.
Rolling on the field is Ohio State incomplete pass. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Wittenberg, number 87.
Yeah, he's telling the coach who it was on.
Automatic first down. First down, Wittenberg.
It was after the play, so they're going to give them the ball after because the ball after the play was over. They have it, but the
penalty's being walked off against them right now as we
right.
speak, which is not really going to mean much. There's only 1:12 remaining in the game.
Yeah. I mean, they're down to probably they can – Ohio State has one timeout.
Couple snaps.
They can probably start taking knees. Even if Ohio State took a timeout, it's not going to matter anything.
Let's see what they do. Because they act like they're going to –
Quarterback keeper going up the middle, and he was tackled hard by number 3, Tyler Beckman, and gets a nice tackle at the end there. He's made some great tackles throughout the day.
Well, Joe, what are you doing after the game?
Going to go get something to eat. And going to be a running back coming around this side. Gets knocked down, number 39, Rain James, another new running back. They're getting all their running backs in some time today, or at least trying to.
35 seconds.
And running. This is probably the last play of the game. Quarterback going back. And it's a new quarterback. Throws it deep. Oh! It was intercepted, yes. Ohio State got the ball. Oh, he got tackled by the collar. They're not going to throw a flag.
14 seconds remaining.
Referees are running in to make sure because they were tackled into the other team's bench. But luckily, nobody's pushing, shoving. Players were being civilized right there. Referees were running in worried something would happen. One receiver, the reason I made the thing, one Ohio State player had his hands out to catch it. Just as he was catching it, he got hit hard. Well, the ball ricocheted from him to another Ohio State player who caught the ball.
So this is going to be one last play for the Buckeyes, it looks like. Probably a pass.
I'm sure a Hail Mary.
Probably a long pass.
Could be just a handoff. Let's see what happens.
It's possible.
Throwing down the right side. And we got a defensive hold. Finally, after all the hands we've had on guys all day long, that's they throw the flag on that play.
Well, they're talking it over. Maybe they'll pick it up.
Nope. Pass interference.
On the defense.
It'll be a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
With 9.3 seconds remaining. So, once again, the Buckeyes, I guess they could get another touchdown. I don't know that there'd be any point to go for 2.
There was 2 penalties on the play. There was also roughing the passer.
Okay, so.
And I believe Braden Doran was the quarterback in for them at the end of the game. I wanted to mention his name. And then we just had our quarterback roughed on that play, and they took the penalty instead of that penalty. Either one was 15 yards.
So let's see what the Buckeyes can do in this last play of the game.
Going to throw down the right side. Hayes is there. Off his hands.
And he was, in all honesty, he was pushing the defender off of him.
Oh, the defender was on him as much that play as I think the play before, but they're not going to call it that time.
Give it a little bit of each. 3.9 seconds. So this will be the last play for the Buckeyes.
Every play is the last play of the game.
They do have a Raising Cane's here, Joe.
And back. He's looking. He's throwing up the middle, just over, and they're going. The ball hit the ground with 0.6 seconds on the clock, but they ran it out.
So that's your ball game.
Ohio State loses their first match of the year, 27-7, and the score clock shows 0.
Good play by these Tigers.
They're meeting at the 50-yard line.
To handle the Buckeyes. The Buckeyes, some of that was self-destruction.
Yes.
But all in all, Wittenberg deserved this win. I'm going to give them the flying W.
Hey,
how's that?
The flying W for Wittenberg. Good call, Rick. All right, well, thank you, everybody, for listening today, even though it was after the game that you listened.
But we want to remind you the Toledo Rockets will be in to face the Buckeyes at Lincoln Tower Field this next week, this next Sunday. And before you finish watching this, make sure you go to our YouTube channel, you like and you subscribe so that you'll be alerted next week when we're on the air again with Ohio State club football.
We hope to keep.
Look at the midget down there on the field.
Oh my God, little boy! Oh my gosh, he's running for a touchdown.
He is going for a touchdown. So anyway, we once again thank you for watching, and this has been Ohio State Buckeye Club Football with Joe Davis and Rick Phillips. Good day, everybody.